project manager for 30 years on the POP and architecture industry, and I wanted to take it back a couple of years ago. And now that I took it, I'm really happy I took it. The way things go, it really drives home the knowledge and drives home the course. And I can't say anything but good things about it. And whoever has an opportunity, I advise to take it because it's well worth the money. And you know, education you can't lose. It's just a wonderful program. It's all about being a professional. This PMP course is all about being a professional, and it's all about training and learning, and also maintaining that knowledge that some people become stale in the industry. But this keeps you more on top of things, and just more bright. It gives you a more brighter future, more opportunities.
I joined a project management course because I was looking to make a career change, and I've done a lot of research on project management. I thought it was a great industry, so I wanted to find a school that will give me the best learning. Doing my research, I actually came across the Schulich Executive Center just through a Google search, and I looked through the program, and I thought that it would offer a great education in project management. And so far, I have no regrets, even though I paid a bit more, but then it is worth the money, and the education is a lot worth it. Originally, I have a marketing background. I also have a digital media background, and it's just that whatever you do in your career, you're always managing projects. So I wanted to be able to branch out into different areas, and I thought that learning project management processes can really help me in my career.
I'd wanted to gain some more in-depth knowledge of the project management world. I'd already had experience with it, light experience. I'd already achieved CAPM certification, but I felt there were some gaps. I needed more knowledge. I needed more background. It's a very well-rounded class. We come from very diverse walks of life, and it adds to the sum total of the program because we get such a broad perspective that way. The instructors come with a very broad knowledge base as well, which is really, really quite useful. It's great to hear from different fields.
What brought me to the certificate program is I'm a basic scientist, and just like many of my colleagues, we manage projects, but we are a bit ignorant about the science of project management. And I realized how the scope can get out of hand, and I really felt the need to come and get a formal training. Although I knew the things, but it was something that I felt urgently I have to do.
I have done the Master's in Supply Chain Management a year ago and enjoyed the format and the delivery of the program. So when we were on the cusp of embarking on a large supply chain project at work, I had done some research into what it was I wanted to do next with Schulich, and this one stood out. I think that's one of the things I enjoy most, the personalities of the instructor and their deliveries and their expertise, and then the class. The class sort of complements that because you get the expertise from fields that you don't normally get exposed to, perhaps in your own industry. I think the formality of the plan, the project plan. We don't have a PMO office in healthcare specifically that assists us through everything, so this has really given us great tools to take back and apply.
Well, right now I'm a project manager at work. I've been one for the past 5 years, but I never really understood the whole fundamentals behind project management. I was flying by the seat of my pants. And I want to get my PMP, and I've heard wonderful things about the program to prep you in order to do that successfully, and I want it in.
reasons that I'm doing the master's certificate in business analysis is through my job. I run a large portfolio of projects, and we see repeated failures, and I just wanted to get the tools to complement my existing skill set so that I can actually analyze the projects from the inception and get the requirements right before we proceed into the project implementation stage, so that we know what are the pitfalls from the past, and we have the analytical tools to move on as an organization. It's absolutely a good complement to a PM. You have to understand the business side, you have to understand the processes, you have to understand the requirements if you are to be a successful project manager. What it really stood out for me was the whole change and the change agent series of lectures. That was eye-opening, and typically project managers tend to be fairly aggressive and driving, but if you look at some of the softer skills that you can learn to apply from that side, that is something that was very, very useful for me. They'll help me be a better leader. They'll help me be a better manager. They'll help me be a better people manager, so that I can actually understand how the changes that I envision are affecting other people. But I would recommend the course in its entirety to people, and I would recommend some modules to other people as well.
The program is quite fulsome in terms of its approach. It provides a great deal of information on what a business analyst does, what are the key roles they play in an organization, and the value they bring to an organization. And I think that's the critical piece that a lot of us who are in business analysis miss. We miss the fulsome picture, the big picture, and I think that's probably the greatest value for me. One of the great things about the program is actually the relationship that we develop with our peers, and they come from a variety of different sectors, and it's quite enjoyable to have interactions, and you have different ways of looking at things, and people are generally very friendly, and including the staff, and all the different linkages are always really, really, really wonderful. In my role in government, it's critically important that we understand what stakeholder analysis and the change management process, and that's the kind of thing that I think I'm going to take back and bring to my team at work and try to incorporate in our business processes, because that's a critical piece of whether a project succeeds or not. The program is a great program. I think it's really valuable in terms of the amount of information you get, how that information has been taught to us, and how we're using it. I think it was really, really valuable to me. So I'll definitely